Welcome to Book Talks, and I am your host, Mbuvu. On today's episode, we're going to be speaking to a motivational speaker, a mentor, a life coach, and her name is Anne. Let's welcome Anne to the show. Welcome, Miss Anne. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself? Thank you so much for having me.
Did you rise well this morning?
I did. Absolutely looking forward to this day.
Yes. And can you please briefly tell us who is Anne?
Okay. I am a woman of many talents. That's what I can explain.
Yes, girl.
For now. For the purpose of this interview, let me just define myself as a motivational speaker. You're right there. I'm a life coach as well, and I'm an author.
Yeah.
I'm also a mother to two boys, teenagers. I'm raising teenagers.
Okay.
And originally, I am from Limpopo, but now I stay here in Pretoria. And I stay here in Pretoria because I moved here 6 years ago, and that made me to have this book written that we're going to discuss, right? So I'm from a family of 6 members. I'm the last born, and I've enjoyed all the benefits of being a last born. So, yeah, that's who I am.
All right. And briefly coming from Limpopo, what can you say you've learned through your journey?
Okay. I've learned a beauty of life and also the transitioning as well. Moving from Limpopo to Gauteng was because of something that has happened to me that made me to be who I am today. So like I said, I had a very great upbringing that was in Limpopo. So many things happened in Limpopo. I went to school in Limpopo. I got a promotion at some point at school. So in secondary, I had 4 years in secondary instead of 5 years.
Yeah.
So I got promoted from, by then it was standard 7 to standard 8. Therefore, when I was 16 years, I finished matric.
Yeah.
I went to a university in Limpopo, but I dropped out the following year because of lack of finances. And when times went on, I got a job. I think within 6 months of being a dropout, I got a job and I got another job.
Amazing.
After I got another job, when I went to work, we were using a bus. And in that particular bus, I met a guy whom we started dating.
Yeah.
It was a prominent guy. And that particular guy, within 24 months, we got married. After we got married, and 10 years after the marriage, we got divorced. And as a result, I lost everything that I've worked for. That's when I moved to Gauteng province. And coming to Gauteng province, I came with nothing altogether. So that's when I had an idea of having the power of benefiting from a change of an environment. So answering your question, Limpopo, moving from Limpopo to another province, sometimes it can be beneficial because you are changing environments. And for me, it has worked so much. And that's the reason why today I have this book, because I started rebuilding my life from zero scratch, from that rock bottom environment and life traumatic experience.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I started rebuilding my life, and eventually I got the book, which I'll talk about what inspired me to write the book.
And what encouraged you to read, or what played a role in terms of you starting to read?
Okay. My family would be the number one. The family that I come from, the Mbuvu family. I'm coming from an environment that everybody at home was supposed to know maths. And because we were supposed to, I'm from that particular family. So my siblings and myself, we're still using maths in our careers currently.
Yeah.
And we succeeded in terms of our profession as well. So everybody has a qualification. So that motivated me. But the main support was that everybody else wanted to see me succeeding. So from that element, I had to then know that I need to read all the time. So I still read every single day. Even this morning around 2 a.m., I had a book that I was reading. So reading became a lifestyle. And as a result, God has helped me in terms of the qualifications. I told you that I dropped out. However, because I got a job, I took myself back to school.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I got 2 diplomas, One is a diploma, the other is a national diploma. I got a bachelor degree, I got a bachelor honors, a master's degree. Now I'm about to become a doctorate candidate. I've applied and I got a response. So what I need to do now is just to register. I also got a bursary. So reading is a lifetime thing. Now that I'm an author, I'm supposed to read every time so that I upgrade myself, I develop myself. And because I'm also a life coach, I need to coach people with the recent things that are happening. So I need to read. So yeah.
True. And as a mother of teenage boys, how do you encourage your boys, or how do you encourage boys in general to read and to be captivated by books?
You know, books are powerful. From that self-development area, you are able to see life differently. So I encourage everybody, boys and girls, to read. And particularly now, teenage boys, it's important for them to upgrade themselves, to know what's happening around. So raising teenagers, particularly opposite sex, sometimes it is challenging because we see things differently. With the Generation Z that knows a lot of stuff, and I'm in the millennial generations, so there is that gap. So I'm supposed to read, they're also supposed to read, so that together we are aligned. So it is important. The boys that I'm raising are different in terms of the academic. The other one is multi-talented. He's doing the most. He's now in the category of celebrity, so he's a music producer. The other one is an academic. And I accepted my kids as that. I'm an academic. Initially, I didn't understand why is this one not liking books. He's very creative, and I had to learn him. Now I accepted him. We complement each other. I'll come up with this from the book, and he comes up with this. And he also likes certain kind of books, like that would motivate him in the area where he is. So recently I just bought him Rich Dad, Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki for him to read. He loves it because he is business-minded. It's assisting him in that regard. So the other one is also an academic. He's now in grade 9. For now, he's reading, and he'll come up with this term. So it's very, my family, we are blended, and it's very nice because we come up with all those talents that we have and get them together. So really, I encourage everybody to read, because there are a lot of secrets either in the books or articles, whatever you can read. We are living now in the technology era. Information is available, so you can just read.
Yeah, and absorb as well.
Yes.
And implement it in your
Absolutely.
own life.
Absolutely.
And absolutely having it to be a lifestyle commitment, you know what I mean? So thank you for sharing those gems. And what inspired you to start writing?
Okay. You know what inspired me is that when I came to Pretoria, like I said, I didn't have anything. I had to start life. So fortunately, the first 2 months, I was accommodated at a hotel here in Pretoria, Manhattan Hotel. So the employer got me into the hotel. It was one of the benefits for a resettlement policy. So because in 2 months' time, I was supposed to go out, I needed a bed, I needed a fridge, I needed a microwave, I needed a place to stay. Then I started writing goals. After I wrote those goals, I achieved a lot. And other goals were even attracted, you know. I even said to myself, I want a promotion after a year. I also want a house after a year. And I'm telling you, within a year, I bought a house, I bought a car, I even got furniture, got a promotion as well. And all I'm saying is that because of setting goals. Now, then I said, let me try this again. The following year, I set another goal. And those goals, I achieved them. Then I said, okay, fine. I got secrets on how you can live a meaningful life. And with that, let me share with the world on how to live a goal-achieving life and how to live a purposeful life. And that's how this book came about. It was really from my own experience of having lost everything, starting rebuilding life from zero scratch. And I'm all about achieving goals, setting implementing and achieving your goals. And that's what I coach people about. That's what I speak about. That's what I live. And I'm still achieving a lot even at this current moment.
And speaking about your books, right? What brought you to the title of bringing synergy into your life?
Okay. So let's start from discussing synergy. So synergy is all about collaboration, bringing things together. So when I started rebuilding myself, when I came to Pretoria, I started looking at all areas of my life. That's my spiritual life, my financial life, all those life that I'm going, the category of life that I'm going to talk about were affected. I just want to tell you that if you lose a relationship and having had everything, you had cars, not a car, you had houses, you had this prominent career, you've got this prominent position in the community, now you go down to zero scratch. So all areas of your life get affected. So my business life was affected, financial life, social life, health life. So because of having to look at all those, I needed to bring them together. So that's where we talk about synergy. So when I say bringing synergy, it's bring all areas of your life together for you to be able to live a goal achieving life. So when you set up your goals, you need to set up your goals in line with all areas of your life. So each person has a minimum of 12 areas of life. So I'm going to count them because now we're going to talk, I'm summarizing bringing synergy to your life. So the first one is, in terms of my book, is that spiritual life comes first, then your financial life, your business life, your work life, your family life, your academic life, your personal life, your love life, your fun life, your social life, your legacy life, and your community life. So all those requires you to set your goals in line with. So each one needs to have at least minimum of 3 goals. Maybe for this particular year, minimum of 3 goals for each area. That's when you bring synergy to your life. So not any area of your life will suffer if you bring synergy to all of them. The other thing is that all the areas of our lives are important. It's not only finance that is important. So if you can have finances but do not take care of your health, you will not going to enjoy your finance. So it's important for you to have collaboration of all areas of your life together.
Okay. And with these books, I now realize that you have brought a novel, which is this one, right? And you've got a journal and also a year planner, right? So can you please describe these 2 books and what are the purpose of these 2 books?
Okay. In my book, I speak about the importance of setting direction for your life. And I explain that I've got a strategy that has helped me. That strategy, I'm still implementing it now, was to use a journal. So having a journal, you are able to, in this journal actually, the way I created it, you are able to do what we call personal brand. You're able to brand yourself and explain who you are, what are your passions, what are your interests. From the once you are done with that, then you can set your vision. And that's what we are doing in this book, in this journal. You're setting your vision. Once you set your vision, you set your purpose as well. Okay, from your purpose, you set your vision. From your vision, your mission and your values. As a person, you need to have those values, the principles that you are saying, this I stick with.
Yeah.
Okay, once you are done there, you're done with that, then you can set up your goals. I always encourage people to understand who they are first, also to set up their SWOT analysis, which is to look at their strengths, their weaknesses, opportunities around before they can set up their goals. And this is what I did in this journal. So you said I should explain what is this and what is the purpose. So the main purpose is for you to write down your goals in here, also to track them. So in here, what I did is that I gave an opportunity for you to just write about what you like about yourself. What do you like and what is unique about you? So that's your personal brand, right? Then you go further. Here is about your your summary of your SWOT analysis. What are you
Yeah.
good at? What are your likes and dislikes? You need to understand yourself better so that when
True.
you set your goals, you set them aligned to what you like. But there's an interesting one that I wanted to show you. So here is where you set up your direction, the direction of your life, but then the vision board.
Oh, okay.
So in the journal, you do all these activities. It's very nice. You know yourself better. Then you create your vision board.
Yeah.
And in this, I provided an opportunity. It's a 3-year journal. This one, it's a 3-year journal. So I provided an opportunity for you to create. Here I give an example of a vision board. Here you're going to create for year 1. Then here you're going to create for year 2. Here you're going to create for year 3. So I'm just assisting people to look at their coming 3 years. You can go as far as 5 years, 15 years, 20 years, right? There is no limitation. But what is also interesting here is your year planner. We've got a year planner here. So 3-year planner. So once you have set all your goals, so your goals, you're going to set them around here. Once you have set your goals, then you're going to go to your year planner. In your year planner, you've got an opportunity to look at, you see now, January. I'm giving you a message for the month. Then you're going to look at the goals for the month. You're going to write them, the goals for the month. Then in here is your weekly plan, your days. So you will be very busy. People, when they book, you need to look at your journal, whether you're available or not. So this is for 3 years. So this journal is really to help people to have their life aligned to their goals, right? Now, once you are done with this one, you can have it. It's up to you. You can have it or you can have only this one. So this one is a diary, how you commit your days. So you're going to write your bucket list. It's all the things that you want to achieve. Then you're going to separate them according to areas of your life. You see here, it's your financial life and the strategies that you're going to use, and also a list of your achievement. But I wanted to show you something very interesting. So this is how you're going to commit your day. So this is for 2024 only. So you're going to commit your hours here, and you're going to write your goals, achievements, gratitude, and highlights of the day. So it's very important for us to journal, to also journal the gratitude for the day. So a person might have this book because this is where I speak about my life and how I came up with strategies, and I explain. I even give an example of the different strategies you can apply for your financial life, you can apply for your business life. Then you can also have a journal. So you can have this as a package, or you can also have the book and the year planner, or you can have the 3. I'm using the 3 and they're working wonders for me. That's why I achieve a lot. It is because of the systems that I'm implementing in my life.
And how important is it for young people to have structure? Because we're used to now in the moment and things are happening and one move to the next, one move to the next. How important is it to have structure as a young person?
It is important. Time is moving, and it's moving very fast. These days is different from the ones when we were growing up. So like I'm saying, time is moving so fast. When you can look at time now, you might be around 3 or so, or 2 or so. So because of that, you need to use time very, very well. You need to focus. And how do you focus? You can focus by setting up goals. And that's why I am here. I am here to say, as a young person, don't just live for today. Focus. We call it forecast. Forecast what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen next week, what's going to happen this year. What are you doing with your life this year? What are you doing next year? Because whether you do it or not, time is moving.
True.
So when you are, I'm 21. When I say as 21 like this, next year I'll be 22, the next year will be 23, and so all I'm saying is that you need to use your time wisely and by committing it to your goals. And your goals, you are the only person who can set them. Nobody is going to do that for you. So it's important for you to sit down, have a meeting with yourself, and tell yourself, what is it that I want? So we've got a lot of stuff available currently. Technology is available. You can research and be able to get ideas of what you can do with your life. But you need to do something because you are important and you are a very talented and creative being.
And how can young people embrace the season of 2024? Especially now we're in the beginning. Varsity for some of us have started. Maybe school has started for some of us. Some of us are entering into the new workplace. As a motivational speaker, as a speaker, as a life coach, how can you advise us to embrace this new season of our lives?
This season of life is about achievements. So when you look at 2024, my question to you is, what are you going to achieve? And all I'm asking you to do is not to focus on what you can eliminate, but focus on what you going to create for this particular year. So when you look at 2024, each one of us has a message for ourselves. And my message that I'm pushing as a motivational speaker is achievement, achievement, and achievement. And all I'm saying is that set up your own achievement. Let's see, what is it that you want to achieve this year? And if you struggle, you've got people like myself who can help you. With my coaching program, I even hold people by hand and show them on how to do these things. Because some of the things, it was difficult for us to find, and now we are able to show other people. So there's a support system for young people out there. I already mentioned information is available on our phones. The time that we're using scrolling on someone's timeline, we can use that particular time even for self-development and learn different things. So all I'm asking again is, what is your plan for this year? What are your goals for this year? Do you really know what your purpose is for 2024? As you are embracing this year, this is a beautiful year. It's full of wonders. This year is all about wow. When we look at your life and what is it that you're going to come out with at the end of the year, 31st December, when you look back, what are you going to say you have achieved? And with that, my challenge is that please write down everything that you are achieving, small or big. Have a list of your achievements. If you can just paste that list in your bedroom so that you are able to see it all the time, and it will motivate you. And as you do that, you'll achieve more because you're going to attract more achievements. So all I'm asking young people also to do is they should bless their lives by using affirmations. Speak words to yourself, because if you don't speak words, nobody will speak words to you unless if you are fortunate. But as you embrace 2024, what are you saying to yourself? What is the message that you're saying to yourself?
Yeah. And with that, right, for someone who's like, I've done the vision board, I've done writing my goals down, right? But somewhat along the way, I have accompanied challenges, faced challenges rather. How do they refocus and how do they rebrand themselves to be like, okay, 2024, I'm going to achieve those goals that I said I'm going to achieve?
Yeah. I want to agree with your statement. Life do happen, and that's why we've got mentors, we've got coach to help you in the journey while you're feeling very low, while you're feeling discouraged because you are not achieving something, or something has hit you, has happened to your life. That's why we are there to help. I also have my mentor. I also have my coach. When I fell down, there's somebody who can pick me up. But all what you can also do is to realign, to change your goals. You can adjust your goals. For instance, let's say you plan to go to school this year, and due to financial constraints, you are unable to. So you can adjust your goal and focus on. I gave you an example. I was supposed to go to school because there was no funds. I had to adjust my goals and had to look for a bursary and a job at the same time. So you can do that. But also, what you can do is that have somebody that you are able to speak to.
Yes, ma'am.
When you feel those challenges, this person can listen to you and give you strategies. The other important one that I want to share about is the power that you have within yourself. So in my chapter 3 of my book, I talk about the power of a relationship with yourself, a self-relationship. When you have that relationship with yourself, when you fall down, there's an inner power that you have, which we call self-motivation. So each one of us has a minimum of 150 dimensions of power within ourselves, the inner power. So you can tap into that inner power when you feel down and encourage yourself, particularly when you know your strength, when you know your likes and dislikes. When you feel down, you'll be able to encourage yourself when you know your talents, that by the way, I am good in this. I can just stand up a little bit and try this. As I try that, you will recover a little bit and get back to your normal self. So if you can't be able to do all that, there are therapists as well, there are counselors, professionals as well to help in this regard. But going back is that get somebody to speak to, or get a coach, or get a therapist, encourage yourself, and you are able to come back into the game.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And how would you define your successes or successful moments that you've had?
My life is full of successes, and success for me is being happy, being content. And I've been like that. The only time when I was not happy with what was happening was when I went through the divorce. That period itself hit me so hard. It has affected my emotional health and my mental health, my physical health, and any other spheres, like I said. But any other time, I've been very successful.
Yeah.
I can tell you from, I said, but from my primary, I've been very successful being in the top. You know, when you're in the top, you get favor from teachers. Teachers will like you. I got that. Even from my mother, she used to even bring lunchbox for me at school. So when I forget it, she will bring it to, literally to school. The family that I come from was just dead. And for me, it was a success. Going to secondary, I already explained my success. Matric, I explained my success. Tertiary, I explained my success already in terms of my qualification. It's a success all the way. But also with the career, I climbed career ladders within a very short space of time. Ever since I came to Pretoria, there's a wonder in Pretoria. I don't know what is there. But for those people that are in Pretoria and any other place, there is a blessing of a certain environment, and I'm so grateful for being here. So the other success, in terms of material, I told you about I'm content, and because I also have God, who I say it's my success. It's making me to say I am successful, just to have Him. I'm not talking about money and the likes, but in terms of career ladders, I worked for maybe 5 organizations ever since I came here. So that's 7 years ago.
Yeah.
5 organizations already, climbed different ladders from a level 8 to now at a managerial level. So I am so grateful for what God is doing for me. Even the kind of work that I'm doing is the one that I said I want to do. When I drafted my vision board, I said I want to do this and I want to concentrate on this and this and only. And I'm doing exactly that. My job description is what I crafted initially from my imagination. So for me, I am successful in that regard. The other thing is that for the fact that I'm empowering people, I live my purpose. So that's a success for me. I am very much successful. Each day I speak to people, and when I see people having smile like you do, I get fulfilled. So living my purpose make me to say I am successful. The other one that I do now, I'm offering as sessions for free. It's a seminar, 1-hour seminar. I just empower people. And now tomorrow I'm having the last one where we will be doing together. We'll be crafting a vision board together. I'm offering that service for free. And because I'm impacting lives, I love it. So I'm successful.
And with that, how many books you've written? Here today we see 3, but how many books you've written? I'm very curious.
4 so far successful.
Okay.
I've been writing. I wrote at some point, and that book was not published. There was something that happened to the manuscript between myself and the editor, and I left it there. But the successful one is the Bringing Synergy. That's my number 1. I published 2 years ago. Next month it will be having its 2 years anniversary. And this one is yet to be published. It's currently, I'm selling it currently with a very reasonable price. But once it gets launched, then I'm going to increase the price. So this one I'm going to launch on my birthday, that's next month, on the 21st of March. So this will be 2 years, and this will be now starting to be officially public, and this one as well. So I'm going to launch the two, right, next month. But I'm writing a powerful one for women, going to encourage women. Women are going through stuff that they require to be motivated to say, you know what, you're not alone and you can do it. And thus, so the title of my book, the upcoming book, is Behind the Makeup and the Stilettos. The Power of a Woman. With that, I'm looking forward to empower a lot of women. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll be launching that in the Women's Month, which is August. So I'm looking forward to 2 events that I'm going to have for my books.
Can't wait for the invite, and hopefully we'll be there to join you as well. With that being said, as young people, we go through challenges, right? But what have you realized when you look at us, or when you speak to young people, have determined what are our shortfalls as young people?
For me, it's, the way things are so fast, there's a lot of development, and I just want to personalize this because I'm raising young people, I'm raising teenagers. I see them being very fast in many, many, many things without wanting to grasp the experience, and I'm just worried. I'm just worried about that, and hence I want to refer them to say, okay, it's fine, I understand, this is your era, but also go back and read how other people have lived their lives. So I think one of the things that made us to also survive and be who we are today, even after challenges, is learning from others. So all I say to my children, and I want to personalize this because I haven't made that test to say it's everybody, it's all the young people. But all I'm saying is, with my children, as I'm saying to them, let's read and read and read, and observe how other people are doing life. So we should not just focus on this, what we see on social media only, but let's have a combination of both the reality of life and this. I love what is happening currently. So beautiful, but also it requires observation from what is really happening, because social media is another life, reality is another life. So if you combine all this, you are able to take them together and be authentic. And this is what I'm preaching to my children. Please be authentic. So I'm not saying they are perfect. We're still running together. We teach each other on daily basis. They are teaching me, I'm teaching them. And sometimes I teach them hard because I also want them to grasp some of the things from what I learned from our elders, right? So they are teaching me, and sometimes they say, you're not catching it. And you need to be fast. So let's have that combination of what has been in existence and what is coming, and move forward and build this world. All what we want is to build this world and build it with authenticity.
Oh man, that is amazing. For someone who is a young person, or whomever they are watching this, and they're deciding, I want to do what Anna is doing, going into life coaching, going into sharing my story. Like, what qualifications does one need to be a life coach or a speaker or a mentor like you?
Okay. For this, you do not necessarily need to have a certain qualification to start with. So qualifications for you to upgrade from where you are. So when you know your talent, if you are talented in a certain area, I always say, let's share, let's empower other people. So if you know you are good in this, you can be a life coach, you can be a coach in that certain area, right? For instance, now on TikTok, we're learning a lot. So those people are kind of like teaching us, coaching us. So once you know your strength, that I'm good in this, then you can be able to look at what qualification can I have. So a qualification for this particular one of a life coach. You can register a course. Either you can register a short course, or I do not know, because I didn't go that route. I do not know whether there is a 3-year qualification of being a coach. But there are different institutions that you can register with and be able to be a certified life coach. For instance, Udemy is one of those that you can register with them, study with them, and be able to get qualification of being a coach. There are different ones that you can go for and be able to. But being a writer as well, I'm a self-published, so I did not need any qualification. All I wanted was I needed to read, research, so that whatever I give out to the world is something that has been tested, something that exists. And I always talk about authenticity, something that is alive. And with that, so there is no need for qualification. There was no need for me for a qualification. I also do not know whether there is a certain qualification for being a self-published author. But I know that you working here in the space, journalism and the likes are part of the writing related qualifications. The other thing is being a speaker as well. Being a speaker as well, for me, it comes naturally. So what I did is that I had to listen to different motivational speaker and pick up one that I can listen to, that I can resonate with. So I listen to others, but there's one that I'm able to get motivation from. So I'm fine-tuned today because there's somebody that I'm looking at. She is my mentor. She is my coach as well. So that I did not need to have any qualification for. All the qualifications that I have are not related to this. They are related to my work, the kind of work that I specialize in terms of my formal career. Then there I have qualifications. But for this one, no, I do not have. Otherwise, it's certificates. I've got public speaking certificate. And with that, I want to say for my business, I do not have a formal qualification. For those that are looking for formal qualification to have this. And with that, I want to confirm that you do not have any excuse for you to be a life coach, for you to write a book, for you to be a motivational speaker. As long as you're drawing from the inside of you, it should be your purpose. It should be something that you love. It should be something that you are passionate about, your interest, so that it comes out naturally. I didn't practice. What I'm discussing today, it comes out of me. And I know when I get out of this place, I'll feel that I took out something out of myself. And that's what I am saying to each and everyone who is interested in being a coach. So you do not necessarily need to be a life coach. You can be a financial coach, can be a fitness coach, can be a social coach, you can be an empowerment coach. And that's what I call myself, because I'm empowering people. I'm an empowerment coach, can be an empowerment coach.
I mean, thank you for sharing your gift and these gems. I want to find out, or the people want to find out, where can we find your books, especially this one that you've brought to us today?
Okay. All of them are available on my website. So I do have a website, and that website was created by myself.
Okay.
When I introduced myself, I said I am a woman of multi-talents.
Yeah.
So I'm talented in that regard, and for me, it's a success because that's what God gave me. So my website is www.anamconsultancy.co.za. So from my website, the first page, the home page, you will see these books. You can click on them, then it will direct you to a payment section where you're going to fill in your information and your shipping address, and it's going to get to us. We will contact you, or you'll get an email from us, then we will ship or courier a copy to you. So in there, you either can buy individually or you can buy a combo. So it's up to you. But it's important. I encourage people to get a combo.
Is there a number that you can contact besides the website?
Yes. You can contact 069 142 54. Oh, that number. Okay, I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to repeat that number, but let me give the the email address first.
Okay.
Bookings at annamconsultancy.co.za. So that number is my business number. So let me give you my personal number for now. 078 5322 811. 078 5322 Then you'll get directly to me. So because I wanted to give an admin number, it's a business number. So for now, I see the numbers are mixing up. So I don't want to confuse listeners. You can get me from that number. So unfortunately, I gave my personal number, But also, I'm able to give a 50 minutes coaching session. Just have a discussion with you, just to hear if ever you need help or whether you're at the right space for now. Because somebody might be doing something and might not even be sure whether they're on the right track or not. So you can always have a 50 minutes with me. We on a call. I just listen to you and advise when necessary. Yeah, that's what I offer. And maybe the last one before we close. Currently, I offer a coaching session for free. It's a 12 months program. But it started in January, February.
Yeah.
So when you join us in March, then it's going to be 10 months for you. But it started in January. So all a person needs to do is just to get a journal for themselves, because this is my tool, this is my guideline. Okay. I'm about to launch an online course about setting goals. But for now, this is a guideline, this is the tool that we are using. So all what you need to do is just to send us, I've got 5 slots only, just to send us an email to bookings at annamconsultancy.co.za. Once we've got that, then we're going to communicate with you. All you need to do is just to get yourself a journal, only a journal, then you get a free coaching for 10 months. So I've already have a group in place. Like I said, we already met twice. We did January, this Saturday, the last Saturday. We did our second one. We're moving. Lives are changing a lot. And that's what I'm looking for. At least if I can impact 50 lives this year, I'll be so much excited.
I mean, for me, myself, and then personally the crew, I want to thank you for sharing your gift, for sharing this synergy with us and exchanging this energy with us. And hopefully people at home are not only inspired, but are encouraged to also buy your book as a combo, as you've said, and read into it and take your story and their story and really find a way to make a success of it. And we want to say thank you very much for sharing your gift with the world.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I told you, I'm going to feel it that I took out something, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you. As you've heard it, guys, from Anne, who brought synergy to our space, to our studio here. I hope it was transmitted and it's transforming you to also change your life, to get up and to be a transformative person, not only for your community, but also for the nation that you serve, wherever you decide to serve. And until next time, I am your host, Mbuvu. Peace.